Dear students, welcome to today's class gout. 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 Gout is a disorder of purine metabolism manifested by the following features occurring single or combination. First point, increased serum uric acid concentration, hyperuricemia. So, uric acid concentration increases in the blood serum. Next point, recurrent attacks of characteristic type of acute arthritis in which crystals of monosodium urate monohydrate may be demonstratable in the leukocytes present in the synovial fluid. So, in the synovial fluid which is present in the joints, monosodium urate crystals will get accumulate and acute arthritis will be occurring in the joints. Next point, aggregated deposits of monosodium urate monohydrate. So that deposit of monosodium urate monohydrate is called as a trophy, trophy, in and around the joints of the extremities. So extremities means hands and legs are considered as a fingers of the hands and legs is a extremities. Next point, renal disease involving interstitial tissue and blood vessels. So this gout occurs in the renal disease involving interstitial tissue and blood vessels. Uric acid nephrolithiasis. So that means nephron, in the nephron accumulation of crystals is taking place. Uric acid crystals, that crystals is called as a lithiasis. Uric acid crystals in a neuron or nephron is called as a nephrolithiasis. Uric acid usually begins in third decade of life. So that means after 30 years of life, uric acid formation in a human person increases. Affects men more often than women. So men are more affected. That means gout is occurring in men more than the women. Family history of gout present fairly in large proportion of cases. So maximum cases family history will be there. Metabolic disease family history will be there. Next, types of pathogenesis. The fundamental biochemical hallmark of gout is hyperuricemia. Hyperuricemia is the fundamental biochemical. A serum uric acid level in excess of 7 mg per dl. So more than 7 mg per deciliter is there. So uric acid level in blood means the person is suffering with gout, which represents the upper limit of solubility of monosodium urate in serum at 37 degrees Celsius at blood pH, is associated with increased risk of development of gout. So if any person is having more than 7 mg per dl uric acid level, more than this is there means the person is highly susceptible to get gout easily. The pathogenesis of gout is pathogenesis of uricemia. Uricemia and gout classified into two types. So based on the activity, it is classified into two types. One is metabolic, second one is renal. So this metabolic and renal is nothing but uric acid formation from the purine food products takes place in the liver. So that is metabolic phase. After formation of from the purine, uric acid is produced in the liver. From there, uric acid moving for the filtration in the kidney, that is renal. So metabolic means it is in the liver, renal is nothing but the kidney phase. Then primary uricemia, cause is unknown. Unknown cause means it is called as a primary uricemia. Secondary uricemia, that means known cause. So it is highly known, clearly distinguishable, that clinical features are highly easily completely distinguishable. Secondary uricemia. Next, gout is classified based on the origin, hyperuricemia of metabolic origin. This one, metabolic origin, hyperuricemia, comprises of about 10% cases of gout, characterized by overproduction of uric acid in liver, accelerated rate of purine biosynthesis de novo, that means purine biosynthesis increases, from the purine uric acid formation also increases. So this happens in the liver. So only 10% cases due to liver metabolic problems, 10% cases of gout we can get. Next, increased turnover of nucleic acids in the liver, that is also one of the cause. Then next, the causes of primary metabolic gout include number of specific enzyme defects in urine formation, which may be either of unknown cause or inborn errors of metabolism. So in the metabolism some enzymal defects is taking place which may be known enzyme or without knowing the cause also. So that is primary metabolic gout. Secondary metabolic gout, due to increased purine biosynthesis or deficiency of glucose 6 phosphatase enzyme. So due to deficiency of glucose 6 phosphatase enzyme in the liver, due to increased purine biosynthesis in liver, it is known cause, that is secondary metabolic. Next, hyperuricemia of renal origin. So previous slide we discussed hyperuricemia of metabolic origin. Now this slide we are discussing hyperuricemia of renal origin. So kidney, 90% cases of kidney origin. So reduced renal excretion of uric acid. Altered renal excretion could be due to reduced glomerular filtration of uric acid or enhanced tubular reabsorption, decreased secretion. So renal origin, 90% cases in which all these activities may take place. Causes of gout of renal origin. So due to kidney problems, gout occurs. What are the causes? Diuretic therapy, drug induced. Drug names are aspirin, pyrazinamide, nicotinic acid, ethambutol, ethanol. So these drugs may cause the gout, causing by damaging the renal kidney. Then adrenal insufficiency, adrenal gland problem, starvation, diabetic ketosis, disorders of parathyroid and thyroid gland. So these are the causes for the gout occurring in the renus kidney. Secondary hyperuricemia due to polycystic kidney disease leads to urate nephrotherapy. So secondary uricemia is the more serious due to polycystic kidney disease, leads to urate nephrotherapy. And you can see here how uric acid produced purine nucleotides get converted into hypoxanthine, hypoxanthine to xanthine, xanthine get converted into uric acid by the enzyme xanthine oxidase. Then uric acid get excretion in the urine, urinary excretion, elementary excretion in the feces, tissue deposition in excess, that is urate crystals. It is called as a microtopy. Phagocytosis with acute inflammation and arthritis. So this is how the stages from purine to the uric acid accumulation, urate microtopy accumulation crystals. Next, gout. Morphological features of gout. The pathological manifestation of gout include acute gouty arthritis. So these are the like stages: acute gouty arthritis, chronic topaceous arthritis, topy in soft tissues, renal lesions. So this is how the stages increases, morphological features. First one, acute gouty arthritis, characterized by acute synovitis, that means synovial fluid joint get affected, acute synovitis, triggered by precipitation of sufficient amount of needle shaped crystals of monosodium urate crystals from serum or synovial fluid. So we can extract these crystals from the serum or synovial joint fluid. There is joint effusion containing numerous polymorphs. So that means surrounding these crystals we can see the polymorphs, macrophages, microcrystals of urate. Initial stage, acute gouty arthritis initial stage, it is having monoarticular involvement with intense pain. So in the initial stage it is having monoarticular involvement with intense pain. Articular means single joint involvement with intense pain. Later phase, polyarticular with intense fever. That means many joints are involved and fever is going to occur. So that is in the later phase. So here initially single joint, less pain, later more joints, many joints and fever. Acute gouty arthritis is predominantly a disease of lower extremities, affecting most commonly great toe. So great toe is the first which is affected, toe, TOE, toe. Then other joints affected: instep, ankles, heels, knee, wrist, fingers, elbow. So these are all the different joint places this gout will be observed, where the urate crystals is going to accumulate. Next, chronic topaceous arthritis, synovial proliferation, pannus formation, progressive destruction of articular cartilage and subchondrial bone, deposits of urate in the form of trophy in periarticular tissues. So this is how the chronic topaceous arthritis, you can see synovial joint proliferation, pannus formation and other activities. Then trophy in soft tissue, topus, T-O-P-H-U-S, topus meaning a porous stone. TOPI location periarticular tissues and subcutaneous tissues. So skin also started affecting and periarticular tissues, that means outer cartilaginous tissues affected. TOPI in soft tissue. Then renal lesions involving kidney. Acute urate nephropathy, intratubular deposition of monosodium urate crystals. So inside the tubules, microtubules, you can get the urate crystals accumulated. Chronic urate nephropathy. So here you can see nephropathy means enlargement of kidney. So acute urate nephropathy, chronic urate nephropathy. Urate crystals in renal interstitial tissue. So interstitial tissue affected means it is a chronic stage. But in simply tubules are affected means it is acute stage. Then uric acid nephrolithiasis. So that is third stage in the kidney involvement. Hyperuricemia, hyperuric acid urea. So hyperuric acid urea is the ultimate result. So renal involvement, acute urate nephropathy, chronic urate nephropathy, uric acid nephrolithiasis. Then you can see in these diagrams 7 foods that prevent gout. You can see low fat dairy products, ginger, pineapple, turmeric, banana, cherry juice. So these are all the food products which will decrease the uric acid formation in the liver. So this is how they are preventing the formation of gout. Then treatment of gout, if you see acute treatment, non-NSAIDs, non-steroid anti-inflammatory drugs, that is painkillers, colchicine, steroids. Acute treatment, prevention of recurrences of gout, modify risk factors, that is obesity, alcohol, meat, thiazides we should use, then you should avoid. Then uricosuric agents, proben acids, other diseases, other drugs we should avoid. Xanthine oxidase inhibitors, allopurinol. So this is how the prevention of recurrences by these factors, acute treatment by the painkillers, colchicine and steroids. And you can see pathogenesis of gout here also. Elevation of uric acid levels due to uric acid production more, uric acid excretion less, urate crystals formation in the joints, then acute gout. So then you can see here also purine metabolism. So here important is from the purine xanthine comes, from the xanthine uric acid comes. That uric acid elimination is not proper in the kidney, and if it is affecting the disease, so uric acid formation in the liver, uric acid elimination in the kidney, both are affected. Thereby this excess uric acid will move to the joints and it will cause the gout. Thank you. Refer textbook of pathology by Harsh Mohan, 7th edition.